Have you ever wondered how much courage it takes someone to speak out about social change, even when it means putting themselves at risk? Making a social change can be impactful and risky at the same time. People like Lily Tejas, who are inspired to make a difference in their communities, continue to fight for justice without fearing further consequences. After watching Lily Tejas speak in the government headquarters, has given me a better understanding about her background, how she used her voice and platform to speak out against corruption and criminal injustice. In this speech, I will give a description of who Lily Tejas is, how she used her public speaking to advocate social change, and how her public speaking makes her an effective advocate. For my first point, I will discuss who Lei Tei is. Lei Tei is a politician and a journalist who is currently serving as a senator in the state of Sonora, Mexico. She's trying to change the wide threat of corruption and injustice that has impacted Mexico for the past few years. She has noticed how organized crimes has threatened the safety of many citizens. Through her speeches, she calls for transparency, justice, and safety for citizens. Tayes is trying to make a change due to the high rate of murders that have been happening for a while now, which makes her set a limit to protect safety of many Mexican people. She has witnessed how crime and corruption has affected innocent lives, which inspires her to speak out and promote justice and stronger protection. My second point is based on what Tayes does to promote social change. Firstly, she uses her public speaking in the Mexican Senate to prove general purpose for corruption and demand justice for citizens. According to the Mexican News Daily article, PAN Senator Lida Tellez expressed that citizens in Mexico are tired of ongoing violence and corruption that caused by organized crime, emphasizing her belief that Moreno's protection of cartels represents a true betrayal of the nation. In other words, she uses her voice to call attention and inform serious issues to hold those accountable for their actions. Another Another action could be by Teo supporting cooperation from another nation to help fight organized crime in Mexico. According to the Mexico Solidarity Media, Lee Teos initially argued that Mexico required help from the U.S. government, but later she denounced Mexico as a narco government. Her remarks drew intense backlash from members from the ruling party, who labeled her as a traitor to the homeland. Her intention was only to protect Mexican citizens and not necessarily an invasion. Those two actions are certainly effective since it shows Lily Teo's bold use of public speaking to expose corruption. Lastly, I will talk about what makes Lily Tejas a competent advocate to promote social change. Firstly, she uses a strong professional delivery when speaking to the public. Her tone is firm, and her constant eye contact helps her maintain credibility. Also, the way she organizes the speech by including a strong introduction that identifies the problem, provides evidence, and ends with a clear call to action. Another way is she manages to use persuasive appeals by building ethos to her credibility as a senator, pathos when she discusses victims that have been affected by organized crime, and logos by representing logical reasons. In conclusion, making social change can be impactful, and in the end, Lee Teus continues to show courage about speaking against corruption and organized crime, using her voice to inspire others. Today, I represented a mini infographic about Lily Teus, highlighting how her public speaking supports the advocacy, how her for social change, and how she is effective advocate. Holidays remind us that creating social change begins with lots of courage to speak up, get through injustice, and use our words to make a difference. Thank you.